Oh my god, I almost had a perfect intro. What is up, everybody? Today we have Wavy here on today's episode of Sundays with Sin. We all are pretty familiar with Wavy in the community. He's one of my longtime friends here, and we were actually just discussing how we actually became friends and how we met each other. I met each other through TikTok, and I saw this guy live streaming one day, and I was like, "Hey, he looks pretty cute. I'm gonna go ahead and just download Twitch and follow him." And we've been friends pretty much ever since, right? It's been
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
been pretty like right off the rip. So go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself, Wavy.
All right. Well, my name is Wavy or Nick. Either one is fine with me. I can't even say that I'm a Valorant or Call of Duty content creator because I pretty much play whatever now. But I originally started when
You're
I
a
first got into
variety
content creating and
streamer.
stuff.
A
Yeah, a
variety
variety streamer.
streamer.
I'll just call myself that, really.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because when I first started, it was COD, but then I kind of just bounced around and stuff. But yeah, and then I also do a lot of sports content as of recently. Something I've had a passion for, and I played 16 years of baseball, and I decided to put that into content creating. Um, Also, I work for my parents' private security business, so I do that. So that's definitely taking up a lot of my time and everything. But yeah, no, that's pretty much what I do, and yeah, I'm glad to be on this podcast.
I'm glad to have you finally. I'm sorry it took so long.
No,
But
it's all good. No worries.
it's good that you brought up your parents. So it's your parents' private security that you work for.
Yeah,
I thought this
yeah.
entire
So
time that you were a police officer. I was like, I don't know, he poses by a cruiser. I have no fucking idea, really.
yeah, no, a lot of people end up, mistaking me as a police officer and stuff because I do. Even other security guards and stuff and other people on the street and stuff confuse me
Yeah.
as a police officer because I do look like one. Our cars look professional.
Yeah, they do.
You know, yeah, so we definitely get confused a lot, and we're a hands-on company. A lot of other companies, we're not like some Paul Blart mall cop type shit. Where we're not. That's a lot. When the first thing that comes to mind, when people think of security, is that. But we're the one of very few companies that actually do hands-on stuff. So we do make arrests and stuff.
Yeah.
Unlike other companies just don't touch it, and they kind of just are like security cameras, I guess you can call them. They're just live security cameras. Like, oh yeah, something's happening here.
Security cameras.
I'm not gonna do anything about it because I just don't want to. I don't want to do anything, and I don't want to put the company at liability. But yeah, so we're a little different
Yeah.
in that aspect.
So how did you get into streaming?
Oh man. All right. Well, take me back to when did I start? I started when I was like around like 17, I would say.
Oh,
16,
geez.
17, around there. Yeah, so I'm 23 now. I kind of got into it just because I was playing a game with my buddies. We were playing Advanced Warfare. It was around that time. It was Advanced Warfare. And I hear some guy talking on the other end, and we thought he was talking to himself. We thought he was fucking crazy. Like, hey, bro, who the hell are you talking to? And he's like, oh, I'm streaming right now. And at the time, he was streaming off of his PlayStation and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. How do you do this? And he kind of explained everything to us, me and my buddy. And we both started at the same time. And we're like, all right, cool. We'll make Twitch accounts and stuff. And I have a PlayStation. I didn't have a PC at the time, so I was just going to stream off the PlayStation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I did that for a while. Started really getting into it after watching other streamers and noticed that people were using getting PCs and then using Elgatos to run through their PlayStations and stuff. I was like, all right, cool. I'll invest some money. So I invested in my first PC. It was like $1,500, which isn't as expensive as like what PCs are now.
No,
So
I
it
haven't
was
made
like,
that leap yet, but I definitely think that's going to be a leap that I will be making here soon in the future, for sure.
definitely
Making
definitely,
the PC leap.
100%.
Yeah.
If you're serious about it and you love doing this and stuff, then invest it. So I end up investing into that. Started running Call of Duty, and then around that same time Fortnite was out and stuff. So I hopped on with my friends on Fortnite, started doing a lot of custom stuff, and then COVID came around like shortly after that, and started getting more back into COD content. And then that's when I threw up one of my first, I guess you could say, thirst traps. And gaming thirst trap type.
Yeah, I'm bringing those up, definitely.
I
you are the king of thirst traps.
The funny thing was, it wasn't even like, I don't know, I saw it was like a little trend. I was like, all right, screw it. It's a little trend. I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw this up and see what happens. It was just a filler clip, and I threw it up, and it did way better than I expected. And I was like, wow.
Which
I was like,
which
okay.
video was that? Do you remember which one it was? Because I'm
Oh,
just curious if that's the one that I found you on.
so the very first one that I ever threw up was snaps that you would get from a gamer. So I don't think that might have been the first. That one was. I don't think that was the one.
I do remember that one though, but I don't know if that's because I came across it organically or if that's when I was like, I'll go through your profile and like boost you with likes in the algorithm and stuff. If I haven't seen one of your videos in a while, I do that for a lot of my friends on TikTok, and I'm not sure if that was the first one or not. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look to see because like I'll see it and it will spark my memory and I'll be like, oh, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. So yeah,
So
that one
you
wasn't
posted
even.
thirst trap, okay?
Yeah, so that wasn't even like I said, that was just a filler clip. I was like, I saw other people doing it. I was like, okay, I could do something like that. It's something simple. You take a few selfies and stuff, and then throw up a little caption and throw it out there. I was like, all right, screw it. I that was way out of my comfort zone. You would have you would have never seen me do that in high school. You'd have never seen me do that in college.
I still feel like it is still out of your comfort zone though, because I feel like after knowing you, you might be a little bit more comfortable doing it now, but knowing you like we're friends, you know what I mean? So outside of the streaming and content creating, I feel like it's still a little like like you almost like I feel like I could imagine you like flinching almost before you decide to post it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no matter what I post, I'm still second guessing. I'm like,
You're like, shit.
I was like, yeah, I don't know about this one.
There was one you posted recently, actually. I saw it pop up and it was something. And then I look and it's like blowing up, right? And then I see you tweet about it blowing up. And my first comment is like, wavy with a bunch of like the skull emojis. I'm like, I'm just keeping track of like the names I'm going to see in chat the next night.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's and I recently just got back into doing that again. So,
yeah.
I'm still trying to get used to that.
Yeah, I see that. I see. What game do you think that you played recently is probably like the one that you're like you have the most fun with? Do you think it's a game or do you think it's the people you're playing with?
This has been something I've kind of just been experimenting with and kind of really figuring out about myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily the game that I play;
Yeah.
it's more of the people that I play with.
Yeah.
I've noticed it. Past relationship noticed it. It was it's just something. I guess it just really depends on the vibe of the people that I play with. Because I can play a game, and it'll be all right. No matter what game I play, I'll try and make the best of it and stuff. But like playing with different streamers, connecting with them and stuff, and like really going back and forth, and engaging and having different conversations and stuff to throw in there to keep everyone engaged. I think that's what really that makes me happy and stuff when playing video games is sharing it with another person.
I have to agree with that because I enjoy playing DMZ with Negan and his buddy Robot. Which chat knows, like they'll know when I'm playing with Negan and Robot. I'll play DMZ. It's the only game I play with them. I will only play it with them though. I've tried to play it without them and it's just not as fun. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. Last night we decided to play off stream and I'm recording it and we get good content. We have fun together, and I have to agree, like even Fortnite, I've started to get burnt down on it when I don't have the crew that I want to play with because it's not just a good time. You know what I mean? Like I have a specific, like one person in particular, Dram, who comes in all the time. It's like, if he wants to play Fortnite, I don't care what I'm doing. I'll stop what I'm doing. I'll play Fortnite with him because it's a good time. It's fun. And I want to have fun when I'm doing this. What would you say is your favorite memory of playing games with me, or favorite memory in general of I already know the answer, so I asked this question.
You already know the answer to this one.
I do. I'm linking it. I'm clipping it when I edit this and put the visuals out there. I'm putting it in there. But go ahead and tell the story so everybody knows what happened.
I mean, it was just okay. So
this is our first game together, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I was very hesitant always, like when inviting people out to play and stuff. But I was like, Sin's been supporting for a while. I was like, let's run with her. So I had her come in, and it was the one night she was drinking heavily. And having a good time playing Search, and all of a sudden I hear just literally oh, you probably can't hear it. Can you hear that?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, you can hear. Okay, I'm
No.
fucking stupid then. But okay, you hear snoring. Like I was trying to make the
Yeah.
noises right now, but I guess it wasn't picking up because my pop filter. But I hear snoring over the mic, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, we all got quiet on the team, and then the round ends, and you hear snoring again, and the whole opposite end of the team is wondering, "Who the fuck is snoring on the mic?" I was like, "Yo, it's one of our teammates. He fell asleep."
I
And we're
remember.
over here trying to get your attention, and you're still just passed the fuck out. We ended up getting through that whole game, and we ended up just having. We waited a little bit. We ended up kicking you because we're like, okay, she's done. She's out for the count. Don't know how much she drank, but she's done. That was like the first memory. Like right when you said that, I was like, oh, that's.
I knew it was gonna come
Funniest
up,
memory.
so I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
I want to jump right into it. I remember I was watching your stream and already playing the game, and I had Discord on my phone in my headphones and put those in and wear my headset over it because this is before I even started streaming, so that's what I had to communicate with you guys. And
Gotcha. Okay.
I remember putting like pictures in there because I was talking to you through your chat when you were live about how I was drinking. And I remember sending a picture. It was a bottle of Pink Whitney. And then it was the Smirnoff. It was like a red, white, and blue Smirnoff that I polished off. There's like maybe like a fourth of the bottle, maybe a third at most. And
Oh my god.
I remember it was a kid-free night. I didn't have the kids the next day. I had no work. I was like, I am relaxing. It's been a minute. And I remember waking up the next day. I am still in. I'll send you a picture of it later, actually, because Negan uses this chair upstairs when he's gaming on the Xbox. It's this little egg-shaped, little cushioned chair or whatever that you can buy from Walmart for like $25. And I'm sitting in this chair. I wake up, and my headphones are still in my ears, plugged into my phone that is now dead because I didn't charge it. And I'm waking up in this. My PlayStation's off. My TV is off. My controller's in my hand. I have the empty bottle sitting right there. It's like 4:30 in the morning. And then I start panicking because I'm just like, oh shit, I don't know what happened. Did I embarrass him on his stream? Like, what did I do? So I went to go charge my phone immediately. I went to go ahead and go look. As soon as my phone charged enough, right? So it took like 15 minutes. I go and I look in your chat. I look at my text messages. I look at Snapchat. I go to re-watch your VOD for the last 15 minutes or around that time where I was to listen to make sure I didn't embarrass myself or embarrass you because then I was like, oh shit, he's streaming. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get you in trouble. What did I do?
Yeah, no.
And then I heard the snoring and I was like, oh no, this is way worse. This is so much worse. This is so much worse. Everybody just heard me fucking sounding like a truck at a truck stop right now, hitting the fucking brakes. Okay, that's what I sounded like. And I'm like, I'm never going to live this down, man.
I had to clip it too, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I did ask you. I was like, "Hey, can I post this up?"
Oh yeah,
I thought it was fucking funny. I was like,
you did. You asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, go ahead."
Snoring.
I was like, "This is." I don't think anybody's really had a clip of that. Like that was like a one in a like lifetime kind of shot right there. It was like perfect. I have my mod in here right now. He's like, Troy goes, "This legit sounds like a classic Sin story." It is, man. It's so good. I remember telling Negan about it the next day, and I texted him about it, and he called me, and he's like, as soon as he posts that video of you, because I want you to know, he's going to post that video. He's like, as soon as he does, I need you to send it to me, because I need to keep this in my phone.
Oh man! Because
oh my god,
us hearing it, it was funny that the other team even said something about it. I was like,
yeah.
they were like, "Who the fuck is snoring on the mic?"
They're like, I remember they said something like, they're like, "Yo, bro, is somebody sleeping over there?"
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was like, I'm surprised the game didn't kick me, because it was like 3 rounds at least, and you heard the other team in between, and they acknowledge it the first time. The second round comes in, and they're just like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. And they're laughing their asses off. And they know it's an easy kill at this point because they know I'm AFK and I'm sleeping on the mic. And it was just like, it was like 3, maybe even 4, honestly. But it was several rounds before the game ended. And it was just like, it all got ended on a good note because they're like, this is the best game ever. Everybody's like, this is fucking beautiful. Like, this is fantastic. I think your moderators actually ended up making a chat in your Twitch channel that if you do exclamation point sin, SINN, it said something about falls asleep during a match of COD or something like that.
I think so. I
There
wouldn't
is,
be surprised. I don't
yeah.
know that for sure off the top of my head, but I wouldn't be
It's
surprised.
somewhere along those lines, unless somebody deleted it, but that was a command in your chat for the longest time.
Guarantee you it's
And
Tyler.
here we
I
are
get that.
almost 2 years later, or 2 years later actually, and yeah, it's still there. It's like our first, that was the first time we played games together. I'm fairly certain, first or second. That's
Oh, I think it was first.
I think it was the first.
Yeah, I think it was the first.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
What a way to come in.
I know, man. Then then we did the we got a bunch of the girls together and we did it where Wavy was the only guy on the team and there were four, right, because it's 5 people on the team, or is it 6 people? It's 5 people
Yeah,
on the team.
that's five.
Yeah, so there's
So
four of us.
So no, 6 people. It was 6 people.
Yeah, because there was 5
Well,
girls and then it was you.
yeah.
And we all changed our names to, was it E-Girl or something like that? It's like E-Girl or Uwu or something or another, where it was just like we were purposely trolling the lobbyists, and so we were doing our very, very best to make the most annoying voices and
Yeah.
sounds and be
Mm-hmm.
obnoxious. And it got,
Yep.
we're just sitting here laughing in between. We're purposely making these noises for whenever they kill us. So they get that in their hot mic. And then they talked mad shit on us afterwards. And we're just like laughing with you and in chat. And we're just like, this is fucking great, dude. Because they think we're serious.
Yeah, exactly. See, and the thing is, the funny thing is that I remember because I threw that also into the Gamer Girls series that I had, reasons why it was hard to play Gamer Girls,
Yeah.
and
I made one
it
of
was
those
always in
videos
the
too.
comment section. What was that?
I made it in one of those videos too.
Yeah. Yep. You did. I remember. See, and the funny thing is that those videos would piss off. It wasn't even pissing off guys. It was pissing off girls. Like
Yeah.
it was either half the comment section would be like, "Oh my god, I love their vibe, I love this," and then
Yeah.
the other half would be like, "Oh my god, like I'm never like that. Like you can play with me or whatever." But like people didn't understand the joke. I was never serious about like reasons why it's hard to play with gamers. I wasn't exposing people. It was more just a joke, and that's something I had to do in the comment section. I was like, "Yo, chill out. Like this is just a joke."
Yeah.
And that's
It was, I'm pretty sure it was the video where I was the prominent voice in it. And that's where you got like a lot of hate on it. And there were some of these girls that were sitting there like really dogging me. And I remember you had reached out because you felt really bad about it. And I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck. It's the internet. You know, I'm like, I don't care. So I went in the comment section too. And I was like, dude, it's all in good fun. We did this on purpose. Like, you know, thanks for the view. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I always talk to the person that I end up bringing on and stuff, that like right before I post it, I'm like, hey, are you okay with this? Because, you know, you might get some messages after. And I've had girls that, you know, have thanked me after saying, hey, thanks for, you know, responding to some of these comments in the section because, you know, some of these people think I'm just weird or think
they're
that,
ruthless.
you know, this is unacceptable. Yeah, they're ruthless and stuff.
They
I'm
can
like,
be
no,
so
of course,
fucking mean on the internet.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fucking use you and then like throw you under the bus and be like, oh, you're weird, like this, that, and the other. That's fucked. Like I'll defend you and you know, put people in their place and stuff and be like, yeah, this is not right. Like this is all just a joke. Chill the fuck out. You know, everyone just play your game. But it's the pick me girls, and it's not the girls. And this is the common misconception with.
Please lay it out because we have the same opinion on this. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
See, it's funny because girls will think that the pick me girls are always the ones that are trying to get the most attention when it comes to, you know, what they say and do. It's like, no, they're just having a good time and stuff. The ones that are trying to get attention are the ones that are like the yes men, but in girl version, they're like, oh my god, you know, this girl is like so like weird and so fucked up and stuff. And it's like, no, you're just trying to get a man's approval and stuff, and that's so weird.
I had a girl pop up on my TikTok feed, and she was like, oh, enter the pick me girl. And you hear this girl in the lobby, and she has like a higher pitched voice, and she's clearly flirting with one guy, right? So she's flirting with this guy in between. They sound like they know each other. Even if they don't, whatever. She's flirting with him. You know what I mean? And the girl who posted the video went ahead and said, like, oh, it's the pick me vibes, yada, yada, yada. And I commented, and I said, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm like, but where is the pick me in this? Because in my head, I'm now thinking, I see the pick me and it's the poster right now. because you're calling out this other girl and putting her down for validation, not just of men on the internet, but of people in general. Because what? Because she has a high pitched voice and she's being flirty and soft and femme. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the pick me right there, is picking on
100%.
her, you know? And she's like, oh, well, she's seeking male validation. I'm like, she's flirting, dog. I'm going to give you the like on the video because you had some really cool shots. It was good clips. Like, you could have just muted it and kept your clips. You know what I mean? Because it was a good video. But the fact that you're dragging this other girl through the mud because she's flirting with somebody is like, that's not what a pick me is. And people have that so fucking ass backwards. I tweeted about it actually because I was just like, y'all really have a pick me and a femme girl confused. Like, you have that so intertwined and fucking confused right now because that's not it.
100%. I couldn't agree more. That's just it's weird. And it's bad enough that you guys already get shit on by like guys and stuff in the COD community.
Yeah.
And it's even worse when you get girls that hop on the same wagon and stuff and start talking shit. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird energy.
You've witnessed how I have, whether in the games that we've played or even if you've caught, like a game on my stream or whatever, you've witnessed that I'm the type of girl that if I hear another girl, I'm like, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, baby, what's up? Like, look at you. I like your gun. Look at your loadout. Like, who are you? I'm always hyping the bitches up because I've been that girl that's gone in the lobby and been attacked by another female or the dudes, and they just like jump down your throat and they're like, oh, it's a bitch in the lobby. And it's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and see, that's the whole that was the whole reason why I got into doing the niche that I have. And like, even my Discord set up to like, if you even look at my Discord, like I have it set up to where like the guys are in one spot and the girls are in one spot. And the reason why I did that was because have girls get to know like who's in the Discord and stuff, and maybe you guys can interact and play with each other and stuff, and it makes it easier and everything. So like I'm always I'm always having to defend myself in a lot of situations with the stuff that I post and the people that the type of people that I play with and stuff, because I've been called a I've been called a lot of stuff, and including like a womanizer and stuff, and it's like, bro, the people that I'm playing with are willing to do this, all right? It's not, I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not doing this. You guys are all willing to do this and stuff, and I'm all for it. It's all cool and everything.
I don't know what you're talking about. Chat, full disclosure, Wavey is a 100% a womanizer. Yeah, it was all his idea. No, I'm just kidding. We'll scratch that from the record. We'll scratch it. I didn't say it.
But no, it's the internet's a weird place. It's constantly, I feel like a lot of content creators are always constantly having to defend themselves in certain situations and stuff, and it's just like some people just don't. Oh man, how do I explain it? Some people are just soft. I feel like some people are just quick to cancel culture and stuff, and it's weird.
Speaking of cancel culture, so I noticed that you had switched from going live on Kick all the time to going to Twitch. Do you want to talk about that? Why did you switch back to Twitch?
So it's not for any reasons for, what a lot of other people I see on social media and stuff like Twitter leaving because of some certain, content creators, because I could care less. Do I think it's bad what they're doing? Of course. I think they should get banned and stuff, and they shouldn't have a platform and a voice. They're using their platform. But does that concern me? Like, does that hurt me in any way? I'm not gonna blame a platform and stop what I'm doing on my platform because of something someone else did. I'm not gonna bash on the platform because, especially since Kick is a brand new platform, they're still learning and stuff. Twitch has been around for a long time, and Twitch has done a lot of shitty stuff too. They've kept on a lot of people. They banned people and then brought them back and stuff for doing, some crazy stuff on their streams and stuff, and they brought them back. So, don't bash on Kick for doing stuff, when they're still trying to figure things out, when Twitch has done way worse, crazier things that just now have gotten swept under the rug because time has passed. And that's literally what it is when people end up getting canceled and stuff. You let time pass and then people forget, and then you're back out there and then nobody really knows. So
I brought it up in a
I just think it's weird.
I brought it up in a streamer's Kick stream. So he had posted a clip. It was his moderator who donated one gifted sub. His name is Sir Gimme. He had his other moderator clip this one specific part. So all three of them were in on this, and I can talk about it now because they came out and admitted, like they finally told everybody, like, hey, just so you know, we got you. But they clipped one little certain part where Sir Gimme was yelling at the guy who they didn't know was his mod, but if you've been in his channels, you know that's one of his mods. And he's like, oh, one gifted sub, like, fuck you, you shouldn't do this. If you're going to gift anything, you know, you might as well not gift anything at all. Like, being an asshole about it on purpose, right? So they clipped this part. They posted on Twitter, okay? The internet goes fucking wild with it. They go absolutely fucking bananas. And they're like, cancel him, cancel this, cancel that. This is horrible. I'd be so lucky to have this, yada, 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 etc., etc. So they post like one or two more videos out of context, just like that. And then they came out later on. They're like, I just want you to know we conducted a social experiment and thank you for being a part of it. This is a prime example of you get a clip of something and you judge the entire person and their entire career and everything they've created on that 15-second clip. And now you want to go ahead and cancel this and cancel that. And I had made the comment, me and Negan were talking about it, and it is that virtue signaling, where it's somehow, some way, you have to make a stand about every little thing and make it into something way bigger than what it is. And that's why cancel culture is so prominent right now in our society, especially as content creators. And it's really, at one point when it was like back to back, like 4 or 5 different people on Kick, it was getting almost out of hand for a minute where I was just like, dude, guys, like, chill the fuck out. It's not every creator. And I mean, it's like you're watching a little bit of it. And the other thing too is that at the end of the day, you are watching a persona, a character that they are putting out there and perceiving it. There's a lot of creators like yourself and myself included. We don't pretend to be somebody we're not on here, right? That's not our niche. Yeah. That's not our shtick. We are who we are. We play what we like. We engage with people, etc., etc. But there are creators that have a whole personality they have created when it comes to streaming. And that's where they've gotten their content from, their community they built on, and people know this about them. And it's those little 15-second clips, man. I swear clipping a stream is like the greatest thing, but also the most horrendous thing that has happened to the streaming community, I feel like.
Yeah, see, going off of that, it's like what people now say, you know, no publicity is bad publicity, because at the end of the day, you know, one clip could go viral and stuff and could grab a whole audience full of people to come in because now they're interested in seeing how you are and how these streams are conducted and stuff based off of a 15-second clip that ends up blowing up. So, yeah. You know, a lot of people end up running with it. You know, I've seen content creators run with stuff that they would have never thought about doing back in the day, but because it works, they're going to run with it and, you know, claim that character or that persona and stuff and just run with it. Like, I'm not gonna bring up, you know, channels and stuff because I don't really bash on other streamers and stuff, but I have it in my head and stuff that we could probably talk about off stream.
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
no problem with that, but
I'm
just
sure we have some of the same names.
And, like, stuff,
I'm sure we have some of the same names.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, like, I mean, I respect the hustle and everything, and if that's the route that you want to take, be my guest. It sounds, you know, kind of crazy, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do when it comes
almost
to
like
content creating and stuff. But there's some things that are just, you know, there's some things I would never cross myself because
it's almost like the equivalent of like selling your soul to the devil in a sense.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, sure, you're doing this, but what are you losing within yourself to gain this publicity? Yeah.
Exactly. I have morals myself, so like I'm not gonna cross that line. But, you know, your life is your life, and if you want to go down that route, just know that there are, you know,
there's consequences for everything, good and bad consequences for everything you do. Yeah.
100%.
So on that topic, though, can we expect an OnlyFans from Wavey? Are we getting one? That's definitely I mean, you know us girls. We've been wanting that out in Wavy Nation, okay? Like we're just curious. We just want to know. Are we getting an OnlyFans?
I believe it or not, I have definitely thought about it. I have talked about it before in the past, and some people thought it was a joke and stuff, and, you know, I was joking, and then
I was one of those people.
There were times that there have been times that I've actually thought of that. I'm like, you know, this is tempting. This is tempting, right. But as of right now, I don't see myself. But if I were to go on another another push, like another like jump off where I start blowing up and stuff again, um, I'll definitely keep that in like the back of my mind just in case, you know,
I
like
do want to
two
go
turn
on the
Tony
record.
status. Like that
Bro.
guy was
Whew.
that guy wasn't doing any, you know, any like OnlyFans type stuff, and he started blowing up, and then he took advantage of it because he already had a platform full of what he needed and stuff, and then he went. That might be something that I might go, that I might take that route and stuff if that happens, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, so we'll see.
Sorry, my brother actually just downloaded Kick, and he went to go follow me, and he was texting me because his comments aren't showing, because Kick is still in beta, and so the Kick app eats messages sometimes.
Yep.
So I'm trying to tell him, Riley, if you're here, sometimes your message may not go through. Just try erasing it and retyping a whole new message. That's similar. Sometimes it's like if you copy and paste the same message, it's just not going to send. It won't. I don't know why. It's so stupid.
It's weird.
So let's go ahead and go dive back into, you know, who you are as a creator, right? So you did mention, like, you do play a variety of games. I know you've played Valorant, you played Call of Duty, you do play Fortnite on the rare, you know, blue moon outside. It's very rare that you do it on stream. I wish you did it more because that's kind of what I main, and it would be great to play Fortnite with you because I know you're a fucking sweat. But now let's talk about the hot tub streams, right? So let's bring those up. I'm going to divulge in each thing that you do here, but I did want to ask about the hot tub streams. Okay. What got you into those? What happened where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to stream myself sitting in a hot tub, drinking beers with my guys and doing backflips from the hot tub into the pool.
Well, that one started off as a sub goal. I kind of just threw out there that I never thought I was gonna hit. You know, when you know, during the time
like the
of
maid
me
outfit
on TikTok and stuff. Yeah, like the maid outfit too.
I was there for that one. Oh no, we're going to continue hot tubs though. We'll stay on track. I'm bringing it up though. Best believe.
I should have retracted. You know, when you asked me before this, what things not to talk about, let's not talk about that one. Nah,
too late. Though. You signed the NDA. So the hot tub. So it was a sub redemption. That's what it was.
Yeah. So it was a sub goal that I had, and I said I would do a hot sub stream at 1,000 subs on Twitch, and we got to that way quicker than I thought, and I was like, well. Wasn't expecting to do this. I wasn't expecting to get, you know, I'm one of those people too where I don't really I don't know, I don't really show off my body like that often. So I was like, oh man, streaming in front of people like this with my shirt off and everything. I was like, I don't know, this is way out of my comfort zone, but I figured with, you know, my audience and stuff, and you know, I could probably get my boys and, you know, play some beer pong, you know, talk, you know, have some fun. I was like, you know, why not? Well, we're gonna test this out and run with it, and you know, it was a big success at the time.
It was. People really enjoyed it. I actually did not get to. I don't know if I was actually there or not. I don't think I made the first hot tub stream. I think I came in to see it, but I don't think I got a chance to actually be there and watch it fully. And I was really disappointed because I know that I was in there the night that we got you to 1,000 subs. And I was really looking forward to it, and I did not get to see the first hot tub stream. I did get to see it in the maid outfit stream, which was another sub redemption, a sub goal redemption. Was that also 1,000 subs, or was that a different one?
That was also 1,000 subs. Also, that was another time, and it was just also 1,000 subs. We were just going crazy, and I was like, all right, we go back, we get another 1,000 subs. I'll do this. I'll buy this, and sure enough, we ended up hitting. I was like, fuck. So I went on to Amazon, and I was like. It's like, all right, here we go, guys. I'll buy
those gloves were a bitch for you. The gloves. Yeah. I also just want you to know I'm going to be editing that into the visuals too. I'm so excited. I can't wait for everybody to see Wavy in a maid's outfit.
You know, I was hoping that video and that picture did not resurface back up, but okay.
Oh, dude. It was a good time though, because it was like, okay, so you get the girls who go ahead and redeem like certain outfits. Like for instance, my first sub goal on Twitch, right? This is when I first started on Twitch. I had this sub goal of like, holy shit, we've made it to a certain amount. If we make it to 100 subs, I will get either Katana or Poison Ivy, because those were the two choices. And chat decided on Poison Ivy. I got
Okay.
the outfit. We ordered the outfit on stream. I got the outfit. When it arrived, I tried it on like 2 hours before I had to get ready for stream.
Mhm.
And I was so self-conscious. I was
Mhm.
like, this wig feels weird on me. I'm already sweating because I sweat when I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
sweating like a fucking pig right now. I was like, my makeup feels like it's not right. These gloves feel weird on me. It was like, I'm already self-conscious. And then when
Mhm.
I put that on, I was like, there's no fucking way in hell I'm going live like this. And then Negan looked at me and he goes, first of all, you look hot. Second of all, you already told them you were gonna fucking do it and they just spent money on you. So now like you kinda have to do it or else you're a
Mhm.
fraud. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, when you put it like that, I guess I have to now.
Sometimes you just need a little push, a little
Right.
encouragement.
But it's different getting the guy in the maid's outfit though, because the girls that you expect is with like sexy outfits, low cut, you see some cleavage, like people like that, and like it, for some people like sparks like a not really a fantasy where they look at it and they're like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
And then like you see here's Wavy in a fucking maid's outfit. It's not like we asked you to be in like a Magic Mike outfit. Where it
Yeah.
was like sexually attracting. It was a maid's outfit, dog. It's like, damn, Wavy, look at them cheeks.
Yeah.
That was one of the comments, actually. I
Oh
think
my
that was
god,
one of my
yeah.
comments.
See, and the funny thing is that the maid outfit was bad, but it wasn't nearly as bad as I don't know if you were around for the Spider-Man outfit.
I came around right after the Spider-Man outfit thing was a thing. Yeah, I saw the video for it. I don't think I was in an actual stream for the Spider-Man outfit, though.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Kind of feeling the same way. Actually, okay, so I felt the same way after I went live because I didn't. I was hurrying up getting it. I had just got it. I had just put it on real quick. I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit, stream's about to start. I didn't look at myself in the mirror. I literally
yeah.
just fucking put that bitch on, hopped in. And I was like, all right, cool. And then chat was like, yo, let's see the outfit. So I stepped back, and when I stepped back to show the whole outfit,
That's
it,
when
it showed a lot more
you
than what I
start
thought.
seeing your insecurities, or you start seeing the things, and you're like, "Fuck! If I can see it, they can see it." Which, by the way, is not fucking true at all. But that's how our brains are. We're like,
Yeah.
"Shit! I can see it. They can see it."
Well, the thing was is that I looked at it, and then I saw the comments rolling in the section, so I knew they saw it, and I was like,
Oh, we're talking about that.
yeah,
God,
yeah,
Wavy!
yeah, and I was like, all
You're like,
right,
shit.
well,
Well, no need for an
I'm gonna
only.
sit
Well, of
down.
course they want an OnlyFans for it. They got a little taste of it, Wavy. Like Jesus, what do you expect? You gave him like a little taste, little appetizer of it.
Yeah, so that was something. That day was just, oh my god, I was so nervous. And of course, mods being mods, they end up recording it and stuff, and
Yeah.
I had to delete the whole VOD, deleted the whole thing, but they still have it. It's still out there. Like someone has it on their phone.
Tyler, if you're watching this, I know you have
that
it.
time too.
Tyler, if you're watching, I know you have it. I want it.
Oh man.
For
Yeah,
science reasons.
Yeah, science reasons, yeah, for sure. Research. Oh
So
man. So that was, yeah.
so now let's go ahead and talk about so we talked about like the content creating, we've talked about the outfits, the redemptions and stuff. Have you ever done a subathon yet?
Yeah. So that's actually how I got what's it called? That's actually how I got the maid outfit. I was also doing the same time. It was during a
Was it a
subathon. So I had
subathon?
other things yeah, so I had other things leading up to that, and then if it hit,
Oh,
the last thing was the maid outfit.
okay, that's what it was. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so I don't do very many subathons. I keep it very minimal because one, it's hard for me nowadays, with my work schedule and everything. I would have to
yeah,
plan it on a day like that. If it goes over that time, I would have to cap it at a certain time because I do have work, and it's just not something I can call off all the time. So I don't tend to do subathons that often, but for certain occasions and stuff, I do it.
yeah, yeah. Um, Tell us a bit about Team Diverge, because you are actually like a manager of sorts, aren't you?
So I was originally when I got brought on. I was
Okay.
handling a lot of the social media and everything. It was about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, maybe even a little bit. Maybe. I was like roughly like 6 to 7 months ago. I actually stopped. I actually stopped doing what managing, having to take care of the social media and stuff, and just became a content creator for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to step back and give it to someone else. I had a lot of things going on my side, and a lot of things adding up on my plate and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just focus on my socials to kind of help you guys. Instead of having to manage your socials, my socials, and everything, I just had to get that weight
Yeah.
lifted off my shoulders and stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I ended up doing.
You also, in the same kind of token there of like taking different strides and taking new steps, you also switched up from posting so much game content. You started posting more baseball content, right?
Yes, yeah, no, I definitely did started doing that. It's more of to give more. I wanted to take a different approach to social media. As of recently, I wanted to kind of do something different on each platform to kind of just grab people, to follow different platforms and stuff. So everything's not just on one platform.
Mm-hmm.
Where they can watch, let's say, oh, I don't, I don't really have to follow his Instagram because he posts the same stuff on TikTok, or stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to diversify it and be like, okay, you're gonna get this type of content on this page, you're gonna get this type of content on this page. If you're interested in that, you're gonna get this type of content on this page, um, and kind of just getting into like baseball content, vlogs for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is gonna be your gaming slash thirst trap stuff, and then
Yeah.
Twitter is just more of just speaking
Heavy
my
on
mind
the
about
thirst
things.
traps.
Heavy on thirst traps.
Um, Somebody had asked actually about Team Diverge. They want to know, what is Team Diverge an organization for? Like, is it esports, for content? What exactly is Team Diverge? If you want to do a
So
little
Team
self promo
Diverge is
plug-in.
so Team Diverge is it's a lifestyle slash gaming slash sports content team. It is owned by NFL superstar Juju Smith-Schuster, who plays for the Patriots as a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. We
He's the
love
one that
Juju.
owns the team. He's the one that owns the team, and he kind of brought gamers and athletes together, and that's pretty much what we post on our pages and stuff. Is like on top of gaming stuff, which we actually just came back from London. We ended up winning the $1.2 million tournament over in
I
London.
saw that. Yeah.
Shout out to
Who?
Shifty.
Yeah, Shifty. That's who it was. Yeah.
Shifty,
Okay.
guy's
There
a
you go.
beast. So yeah, we ended
Yeah.
up winning that, and then our YouTube and Instagram page has been blowing up. Like Barstool, ESPN have been reposting a lot of our stuff because we have
Yeah.
athletes living in our house in LA that are constantly posting up like creative content and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When is
a
going to
little
be
bit
the
of
next
everything.
time that you do like I know before you did like kind of like a gathering of like all you guys that you did. There was like a couple of videos like you and Micah. Huge shout out to Micah too. He's someone that I've actually taken like a lot of advice from when it comes to my content creating. Um, when are you going to be doing like another gathering at the house?
Um, well, a lot of people have come and go from the organization. But I would say the next meetup, like big meetup, would probably be TwitchCon
Oh
in the
yeah.
next couple weeks. I would say, yeah, they're still trying to figure out whether or not they want to get a house or not.
Mhm.
Team Diverge, but knowing Team Diverge, they're always last minute with their stuff. It's always
Yeah.
like, okay, the week of, like, all right, we're getting this, we're going. It's never planned out ahead of time.
Yeah.
I've always no bash to them, but like I've always tried to plan out stuff way ahead of time, and it's always like iffy, wishy washy, and then all of a sudden it's the week of, like, all right, we're doing it. Like,
Yeah. Me
you
and
couldn't have given us a heads up about this.
me and Negan
So
plan our entire lives like that. It's always like a spur of the moment, last minute kind of thing, and that's why when people have asked like, "Hey, are you still going to TwitchCon?" Like I planned on going to TwitchCon. That was the original thing, and then like
mhm.
I was like, "No, I'm not going." And then people still ask like, "Okay, but are you gonna go?" And I'm like, "Hey, it's still too far out. I may or may not. I don't know." To be completely
Yeah,
honest, I really won't know until like 3 days prior. Yeah, that's
3
just how
days.
it is.
3 days is crazy. Like I said, I'm all for spontaneous shit. I love doing spontaneous shit, but
I
when it
hate
comes
it.
to like a big group, That's when I want to plan stuff out. When it comes to me and a special person and stuff, like, hey, let's go on an adventure, let's go out, let's go out to dinner, let's go out to Disneyland, let's go out to, like, let's take a trip somewhere. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down for that. But when it comes to a big group and stuff, and when it comes to business, I want things planned out and for people to be on time. And I myself have always, like, when someone, especially like for this and stuff, I always like to be on time or a little bit early and stuff, because someone else is relying on me. I don't want to, hold people up. So, I wish the organization was like that, but it is what it is.
Now, speaking of doing something for, like somebody special, we do know that you were recently in a relationship, and then, to be honest, I'm not really sure what's going on anymore there, if there's still a thing or not. I know you guys are still friends from last we heard. What was something that was like really difficult when it came to eDating?
So, something that was really difficult. Like, we're still friends. We ended on good terms and everything. We're still good. We still talk to each other and whatnot. But I think the biggest thing was probably distance, and I think communication's a big thing too. And it's more of the right amount of communication between one another.
Yeah, so, I can understand that.
And it all really depends on the person and stuff. Some people are wanting like a lot of communication, and some people, think, it's a little too much sometimes, a little needy at times and stuff. And I think that's what really comes into place, is just understanding one another. And I always tell people all the time, not everybody's meant for each other and stuff. And you really find that out over time and stuff. But all in all, I mean, like, I want to point out that the relationship was great. She's a great person. I wish nothing but the best for her. She never did anything bad to me. It's just two people that just didn't, work out. All it is.
For the record, I never thought that anything bad happened. I love both of you equally. It was a little heartbreaking to see that it didn't work out as like an actual relationship. But at the same time, I was really glad as being like not only a friend of you guys, but also, a supporter too, because I do support both chats and channels and as much as I can. It was really cool to see you guys still be friends after all of it too, because that's a really difficult thing to do. It's easy to say you're gonna be friends, but it's really difficult to actually follow through on that. And I think that speaks volumes about both of you as individuals, as yourselves, like to actually stick with that and stay true to that and actually be friends and be there for each other and still get along and not badmouth each other. Like, neither one of you has sat and went to social media like so many other popular couples or eDating couples or whatever have done. Neither one of you said a bad word about the other one. I think I commend both of you for that. That's really a really good thing. Yeah.
No, 100%. I've defended her on Twitter and stuff, because during the course of our relationship, we did have people that had messaged me about, her choices of doing OnlyFans and everything. And I didn't have a problem with it. I understood why she was doing it and stuff. And it wasn't even like the stuff that she was posting wasn't even nude.
No, no, it's not. That's the greatest thing about how she
crazy.
Yeah.
So I kept that quiet and stuff a lot of times, because it was one of those things where I didn't want to put that out there, because maybe money would start drawing back because of all that. But like I didn't.
Which is the only reason
I had to keep my tongue.
I was gonna say, which is the only reason why I haven't actually said her name on here, because I don't want to fuck with her money either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to. That's why I haven't name dropped either, and I'm not going to, because I don't want to fuck with that income. Because get your bag, sis.
Exactly, and I was all for it, and the reasoning why she was giving it, and what she told me was, was valid. I was like, all right, do it, go for it, get your money and stuff, and then you can end up putting that money towards something else that you really want to do. After.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I was fine with that. But then I had people, that were messaging me, and it's always, I swear to God, it's always trolls on the internet that maybe they wanted her attention and wanted her to go with them, and they just didn't give them the time of day and just didn't like them, and they get pissed off and decide to go to social media and call her a bunch of stuff and say she's bad and stuff. But that's the common guy thing to do. Like, and it's about not understanding how to take rejection. And I preach that all the time on my streams and stuff, is some guys do not know how to take rejection, and the first 5 minutes is, oh my God, you're hot, you're beautiful, I want to be with you. She doesn't give you attention. So it goes to, no, you're ugly, fuck you,
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. And it's like, bro, you were just saying how pretty she was. So what is it? You're just butthurt because she's not giving you the attention. And guys just don't realize that, if you know how to handle rejection, there is still hope. If you just go on and say, okay, no worries, hope you have a good rest of your day, this, that, and the other, she'll end up thinking about that later on when she goes through a bunch of other guys and stuff and it just didn't work out. And then she looks at you and like, you know what? Maybe I should have gave that person a chance. I've had those situations where I've had girls that came back after me and after they, went through a couple guys and stuff and, said, hey, I should give you, I would like to give you a chance, but by then, it was a little too late, which actually felt really good after saying that. But, it is what it is. So, but that's something that, people should really think about.
Yeah. What are some things that we can expect to see from you in the future? Do you have any projects you're working on? Any collaborations you're working on?
Honestly, I am definitely working on more vlogs. I really want to start getting into that because I do take a lot of trips.
I saw you were thinking about doing a vlog about, I think it was TwitchCon, but you weren't really sure if you were going to do it because your Hawaii one didn't work out the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, so okay, my biggest problem with vlogs and stuff is more of remembering to pull out my fucking phone and start recording.
Yeah.
I'm so involved in the moment or talking to someone and, I forget to pull out my phone and start recording and stuff. So, and in transition work, I did do a vlog, which I will end up posting that vlog from Boston. But my biggest thing is, having a lot of stuff to do, making it enjoyable and focusing on transition so it's not all over the place. So I'm still relatively new, but I think with all the trips that I do take, I think it'd be really fun. I didn't really want to post them for the Hawaii vlog because, my parents are old. We didn't really do much. And then we stayed on the resort just drinking a bunch of drinks and stuff, which there was funny parts into it, but like it wasn't, I didn't feel like it was enough. And I don't want to send it off to one of my editors and stuff and have them edit it. And, it'd be a waste of time for them and a waste of time for me if I'm not going to post it. And I don't think it's good enough. So I'm going to throw up quality shit over quantity.
Right on.
So that's something that I definitely want to start getting into, is more vlogs and stuff. Start getting back into my baseball stuff. I think there's a lot of potential there because that was popping off on Instagram Reels and stuff.
I think a lot of your baseball stuff is kind of funny when you kind of when you make fun of like what to do and what not to do in the outfield, and or like the excuses they give when they can't catch the ball. And I relate to that because like we were talking before we got on here, like I grew up in the MLB community. My uncle was in major leagues since his late teens, early 20s. And he went into, being a pitching coach for many different teams. And just recently, I think he finally retired. And I say that because he told us once upon a time he was going to retire, and then he signed another contract. And since the last time he told me he was going to retire, he's signed like 3 different contracts. So, Uncle Mac, if you're listening, I'm saying you retired. Don't prove me wrong again. I don't know. But I grew up in the MLB community, and I find a lot of your posts really relative and funny too, because it's like I'm very familiar with that myself. And then I'm also raising 2 boys and a little girl, and both my youngest actually is the one who's like really, really into baseball. Like he is him. Okay, I'm gonna send you some clips of this kid. His swing, the way he catches, the way he tosses. Like I'm just saying, I'm like, and you just turned 5? Like major leagues, here we come. Okay, I'm about to be set for life here in the next few years. I just want you guys to know. I'm just, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be that mom.
That's cute. Start out young.
Right. I do enjoy watching those videos though, and that content, because like I said, it's a different taste on what I normally see, in my For You page. And it's different than what I was used to seeing from you when we first met, and seeing the type of creator that you were and that you are now, that you become, the growth, the journey and everything. I like how happy you have seemed lately. That's like on a friend level. I do really enjoy how happy you've seemed lately overall with life. It's been really cool to witness.
I've been less stressed and just trying to do more things to try to, make life a little more enjoyable. It's just moving on and focusing on the things I love doing. And it's been working.
Well, good. Well, was there any questions that you had here for me or for the community or anything in general before I tell you to plug in your socials here?
I did want to ask, like, what got you into wanting to do podcasts in the first place?
I'm so glad you asked. So, I
saw your tweet the other day.
I am unhealthily obsessed with Bunny DeFord. Okay. And for people who don't know who that is, she is the wife of Jelly Roll. She is a queen. And I actually loved hearing her podcast. I liked hearing her voice. I liked her manager, hairdresser, one of her best friends, Ride or Die, Mimi. I really liked the authenticity that they offered and her relationship with Jelly, and hearing her talk about the things that she has overcome in her life from whenever she was a sex worker to where she's at now, and the traumas that she'd been through, and just I related to a lot of it because I did not have the happiest upbringing when I was a child. It wasn't the worst. People definitely have it way worse than I did. But it wasn't, it might be a podcast topic, actually, to talk about childhood trauma because it just wasn't great, And to hear her go ahead and speak about things that she's overcome and to see where she's at now, it was so inspirational where I was like, dude, I have so much that I want to talk about. And we did one podcast and it hit, and then we did a second podcast and it hit again. And then we had people that were wanting to join. And we were like the #1 podcast on Kick for like weeks. Like every week that we were doing it, we had been in the top 2 spots on podcasts on Kick. So it was something really, really fucking cool to see because I was just like, holy shit, like I'm out there right now, Mm-hmm. And I am sorry, I have in my chat here that I did I've been kind of baiting people here where I have OnlyFans as a command. And I've been waiting for somebody to go ahead and click it just so I can read the comments like Tubbsy has put. He goes, just trying to support my friends and I get trolled. Sweet. It goes to a video of Rick Ashley. So super nice. Oh yeah, dude. So stoked about that. Thanks, Tubbsy. But yeah, it was a lot to do with Bunny. I just liked who she was as a person. When I found out she did podcasts, I instantly I listened to her podcasts every single week that they come out. I'm always having it playing. I found it very interesting to see the characters on different podcasts. I actually started listening to different podcasts to see the sounds. My first few videos that I did, I actually went through and started editing and clipping and messing with the sound and stuff. And then I came across several different podcasts that they just kept it all organic. When they have a mic's mess up or a camera mess up or, you hear some background noise or something like, oh, hold on. And you still hear it all in the podcast after it's published. And I was like, why am I sitting here trying to take out all this stuff? I thought about it and I was like, no, I'm just going to keep all this because this is authentically Sin. This is Sundays with Sin. And everybody knows I have my kids 98% of the time. So I hardly ever have a quiet house and you're going to hear it and people know that. And so I just kind of kept with it and it's been popping off. I did get noticed by Bunny. I also got noticed by Jelly Roll in the same fucking 24-hour period. And it was amazing. I'm still riding that high. So Bunny, if you see this or you hear this or you come across this, I fucking love you. That's all I'm going to say about it. Yes. Awesome. Tubbsy says we hear things. He's like Negan singing the national anthem. We do tend to hear Negan from time to time when he is drinking and playing DMZ. Even though he is upstairs and I am downstairs, we still hear him through the walls because he is a loud motherfucker. And I can say this stuff about him and talk shit about him because he doesn't watch my fucking lives. He does listen to our podcast on
busy
Spotify.
playing
Though.
DMZ.
Exactly, that's what it is. That is. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow, Tubbsy, of we downed someone in DMZ last night and we massacred them. And we go, listen, we'll res you, but you have to sing I'm a Barbie Girl. And the guy actually went ahead and started singing I'm a Barbie Girl. He's like, I don't know all the words. All I know is this. And he started singing it. And we're like, all right, you deserve a res. You're good.
Yes, you gotta love people that go along with the program and stuff and give you content and everything. There's some people that just sticks in the mud and they don't want to do it. So
it's a good time. We had it where I went ahead and I was trying to get this guy. I pinged him and I was wearing the wrong gun and he got me and I was like, oh, my man's coming for you. Immediately Negan busts through the door, downs him, guns him down. And our buddy Robot made a comment. He's like, no, you shouldn't have done that to Marine. And Negan's like, can't help it, man. He got my woman. That's it. That's a wrap. He's like, shouldn't have messed with her. But yeah, that's how I got started the podcast is Buddy. Yeah.
Okay,
so.
Cool. That's awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Honestly, keep it up. I mean, I really enjoyed being on here tonight, so it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I am definitely. I'm glad you came on. I'd love to have you on again. I'd love to do some kind of little not so formal interview, more of like us just kind of chit chatting about content creation and messing around here. I think that would be a good little episode.
I'm so down for that.
I do have one last question for you, and it is Halloween themed because it is the month of October. Do you have any special memories, like a favorite Halloween memory or a haunted house or a favorite movie that does Halloween, or like if you're a sociopath like myself, like a favorite serial killer by chance? What is something you want to share about your favorites of Halloween?
Okay. I'm see, for myself, I don't really I'm more of a Christmas person myself, so that is probably by far my favorite holidays than Christmas time. But don't get me wrong, I do love Halloween. I love passing out candy to the kids and stuff. I do love me some Michael Myers. I've always loved Halloween, the Halloween series. Big Michael Myers person. But yeah, no, I would have to say probably the most recent Michael Myers was pretty cool. I think even the one before that, I think was probably, those two are probably my favorite.
Right on. All right.
Yeah, so I'll probably be watching those pretty soon.
Kind of basic, but we'll allow it. If you want to go ahead and tell us, where can we find you on your socials?
So you guys can find me xWaveyy on all socials except for TikTok, which is xWaveyy. Fortunately, some little kid ended up fucking taking that shit. So fuck you, Timmy.
All right, perfect. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for coming on in and tuning into this week's episode of Sundays with Sin. Thank you to Wavy for joining us today, and I will see you guys next Sunday for Sundays with Sin, but I will see you guys tomorrow night for regular stream. So have a good night, everyone, and be safe. Bye-bye.